I'm Emily.
And I'm Sierra. Today we're going to share our combat tips on how to use your environment in battles.
Battles in Dungeons & Dragons are some of the best times. So many various effects can happen in the heat of the fight, and major plot lines can be driven forward and backward with eccentric combat. Using your environment can give you advantages and benefits to seemingly impossible fights.
Start by simply considering where you are. For instance, are you up high in a tree fort or in a shop with counters you can climb on? In the first campaign I ran as a DM, my players had been captured by a goblin camp built high in the trees. They didn't have any of their weapons or equipment to aid them once they broke free from their cages.
So the players use their environment to their advantage by kicking the goblins off of the treehouse platforms and sending them with a one-way ticket to their death. Choo-choo on that.
Finding a way to use the environment doesn't have to be extravagant or complex, which is what some people forget. Another great example of simply using your surroundings was in Emily's campaign.
My players were competing in one-on-one gladiator fights in a goblin-run arena.
We like our goblins.
Sierra's character was a goblin, and the fights were centered around battling for her hand in marriage. So the other players in the party were fighting in the battles to eliminate the ones that she didn't particularly care for.
My gladiator companion Kroll was fighting a particularly strong and mean goblin, who had knocked him to the ground. Kroll grabbed some sand and tossed it into the goblin's face, temporarily blinding him, which gave Kroll advantage on his next attack and changed the outcome of the battle.
Something as simple as sand chucking or dirt kicking can change the course of a fight. Other little ways could be grabbing a branch to jump over an opponent or pushing a boulder off a cliff towards your target. Get creative with it.
Our latest experience was during the final boss battle of one of my campaigns. The party was fighting in a rocky desert with a magical tree in the center that they had to destroy. 2 large rock pillars of varying height loomed behind the tree.
My character, Anira, had a mechanical bull named Buddy that she had built. So she had Buddy charge into the base of one of the pillars, breaking it. The pillar fell and crushed the tree beneath it. Since the tree still had some life left, she used her firearm to shoot the other rock pillar until it fell and completely destroyed the tree, ultimately winning the final battle and defeating the boss.
Other ways you can use your environment is through weather conditions, objects in your vicinity, and nature in the area.
You could tie metal to your enemy and toss them into a lightning storm. Shoot fire at a keg of alcohol, causing it to explode. Or jump onto the shoulders of your enemy from up in the trees.
Using your environment can make for memorable stories and help your party in various ways. We can promise this will make your combat experience so much better.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Put in the comments below the D&D questions you want answered.
And we'll see you next time.
Boop, 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 boop.
Subscribe.
Yeah.